Hello. It's the Cooped Up Podcast coming at you with our third episode. Got the BBs out here running around, enjoying the sun. It was pretty cloudy out here this morning, but I mean, got the sun's starting to come out now. It's starting to warm up pretty good now. It's a little chilly this morning. Excuse me, sorry about that, y'all. Uh, I guess with chicken news today, I was scrolling through things and seen that Norway is committing to phasing out fast-growing chicken breeds. They're going to start doing more higher welfare birds by the 2027. And I've seen that a bunch of places here in America are also are petitioning to start to do that too.
Good. I think it's inhumane, all of it.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the ones where they lay and they're all in the cages?
No, I mean
I could never.
they're fast growing, so they want them by like 30 days or something within a month. Yeah, they're so fat they break their legs and stuff like that and everything. I mean, I guess it's the way fast food goes and stuff. I don't know.
Makes you not want to eat it ever again.
uh, and then also, out seen out in Arizona, the place called Hickman Farms is the biggest seller of eggs out in the Southwest. They lost 6 million birds this past couple of weeks due to bird flu. That's going to be a huge hit for the United States, because this from last summer, chicken prices had dropped 18%, but they're likely to go back up due to bird flu outbreaks. I've seen in the UK there's big bird flu outbreaks too. I think they lost somewhere near 6 million chickens and birds too. That's fucking crazy. I know.
I could never. I love my babies.
We got one baby in the house right now with an infected leg we've been taking care of. And then
we just had to move our second chicken in the house because the other chickens are bullying her and her eggs.
Yeah, our broody chicken we moved in the house because the other hens they were causing too much fighting over nesting spots. Oh, look at me. That's meat
yeah,
over there.
The other two are behind it.
Oh yeah,
they're fine.
Yeah, they're fine. They should be all right. All right, let's see what else we got here on our notes today. We're a little bit behind because I had my off days changed from work or whatever, so we're kind of dealing with that. That's why we're recording on Sunday today, not Thursday or Friday.
We also had archery yesterday, Bobby.
Oh yeah, we had the outdoor archery tournament yesterday. Bubby did great in that, shooting 192 on his target, and what was his 3D? I can't remember right off the top of my head.
146.
He did 20 points better than his last shoot.
I think it was 146. The other one was 127.
Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, I would say he did 20 points better than his last 3D shoot, which is great.
Last one of the year.
And then we also had his birthday this past Sunday too. Last Sunday.
He had a blast.
Yeah, we had a great turnout with that. Majority of the people that he invited. Oh, hold on, let me get. Oh no, all right, she got away. We're good. Sussy, why are you being a meanie? Who's that? Brownie or Cassie? I can't tell.
They're both over here. I think that's Cassie.
Yeah, that's Cassie. Cassie, quit being a mean ass. But.
Look, she's showing them the baby's food.
Cassie. Yeah, go. Okay,
never mind.
All right.
He's gonna go see if she's okay.
But yeah, Bubby had a good turnout. Majority of the people he invited for his birthday, they showed up and stuff like that. So we had a great birthday turnout. We went to Malibu Jack, got to ride the goat carts and all that and stuff, do some arcade games and stuff. I guess move over here to some sporting news and stuff like that. The Columbus Aviators, they won their first game against what was the currently undefeated Dallas Renegades, 28-14. They set a UFL record of 47 rushing attempts for 202 yards. Their next game is today against Houston, which is getting ready to start. I don't know what time it is right now.
Oh, we didn't even look at the Kings. They played yesterday, didn't they?
No, they played tonight at 8. That's what I was getting ready to bring up. Yeah, speaking of the Kings, they play tonight at 8. I'm looking to see who they play. But speaking of the Kings, they made a bunch of big trades this week or whatever. The Kings and the DC Defenders trade. The Kings acquired Mike uh, DeLeo, and the Defenders acquired their quarterback Jason Bean, which was crazy or whatever. Bean was the only quarterback that was doing something for the Kings or whatever. And then they also released the running back Benny Snell, and then offensive guard and offensive tackle Nash Jensen and Leroy Watson.
They played the Dallas Renegades tonight.
They played Renegades tonight. And then they signed offensive tackle Kellen Deesh and offensive guard Donovan West, which I mean, they keep. I was reading something the other day. It said their defense was the worst in the league or whatever, and I was just sitting there thinking, I was like, "What? If they could just get their offense together, their defense has been keeping them in the game. Their defense can only do so much if they're constantly out on the field and stuff like that, or whatever. Their offense is not doing nothing. So hopefully, these new offensive linemen will bring some help to the Kings. And then the draft day was this weekend.
Woo-hoo.
Yep. Brennan Thompson got signed to the Chargers in the 4th round, and then Traore, he got signed to the Dolphins. So the 2 Mississippi State players got signed in the draft this year. I think I seen Devon Booth got picked up by the Browns too.
Chris Bell went to the Dolphins also.
Who did he play? Louisville.
Wide receiver.
Yeah, that's right. He was a good big boy,
I love
big
him.
tall receiver. Yeah, I like them type of receivers. I hope he does good too.
I'm so excited.
And then Commanders, they got, and the Ravens, they put up new logos and stuff, and so did the Rams and all them, whatever. Commanders, they got backlash for the logo like they always do. It's a bunch of stupidness or whatever and stuff. Or whatever, over the arrow being added to their the W logo. And then I seen also that the Hawaii University, they tore down their stadium. They're going to rebuild a new, smaller stadium, but it's also going to include 2 hotels and some housing units and a spot for retail development. They won't be done until plans are between March and August of 2029, whatever. But I always like the Rainbow Warriors. They always got cool uniforms and stuff like that. Always root for them anytime I'm watching them. Of course, if they're playing Mississippi State, I ain't gonna root for them. I hope they get mashed. And then more UFL news. The Birmingham Stallions and the Orlando Storm, they had a trade. The Stallions acquired QB Dorian Thompson Robinson, and the Storm acquired Matt Corral and defensive end Amani Bledsoe. And I think we watched the Stallions play the other day or whatever. They tried. They put up a decent little fight or whatever and stuff, but DC Defenders, they're strong. Their team looks strong, the strongest yet I've seen out of all the teams in the UFL. And then of course we always got UFO news here at the Cooped Up Podcast because I'm always a nut for UFO stuff. Trump announced that the Department of War will begin releasing files on UFOs. He was quoted saying the process is well underway and we've found many interesting documents, I must say. Of course, I don't know. The more the government talks about UFOs, the less I believe in them. I mean, it's that's just the way they. It's like It's like the abused boyfriend or girlfriend thing or whatever. I'm gonna tell you no, no, no. This is classified. This is bullshit. Blah blah blah. And then now all of a sudden I'm gonna tell you it's real. Like, come on now. I don't know. It drives me crazy. The UFO nonsense or whatever. But Bob Lazar, he's just one of the people I believe out there and stuff like that. And there's a handful of others out there I believe. No. I also have Waco written on here. I know no one cares and stuff like that. Blah blah blah. It was 30 years ago and stuff like that. It was the anniversary of the day the final day of the siege of Waco, as people call it. Was on the 19th, this past Sunday and stuff. And
Brian's birthday.
yeah,
I think that's why it's so with me. All them children died, and here I have a
yeah.
kid born on that same day.
And we went and visited there stuff a couple years ago and stuff like that, and talked to people that was there and stuff like that. And it's just crazy and stuff like that because what the corrupt government agencies can do to people, and they're not doing nothing to people and stuff like that. Or whatever, they can just make up lies about you and what. Oh, and then come raid your house and stuff like that, and then fucking burn your house down and murder all your whole entire
and get away with it.
Yeah, and then put out documentaries every year to propagandize you on their point of view and stuff like that. Like just the off the get go, if I mean,
That's what America does, though. It kills innocent people.
yeah, and then well, it seems anyways. I just don't understand that them people weren't doing nothing wrong. The warrant just to go do the raid was full of false information. The operation was called Operation Showtime because they were wanting to show they were literally having the Clinton administration, who was just elected, wanted to. There was talks about maybe having their funding cut or moving them to a different department where they'd be under the FBI, and they didn't want that. They want to remain their own agency, and so they wanted to do this big time raid and stuff like that. Plus, they were getting ready to face court hearings about their sexual abuse and their racial abuse and stuff like that. And it's just crazy how they can just get away with that. None of them people got in trouble. All of them people lost their lives, and not one person. There was barely any repercussions for that.
America.
But things I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's all bad and everything like that. I have hope for the future and stuff like that and everything, but it's just hard and stuff like that when you think about incidents like that and stuff. We just gotta remember these incidents and not forget them and stuff like that and stand tall like the people that stood tall for the Bundy family. I don't know if you remember that. It was over property dispute and stuff like that. A bunch of the Bundy family and a bunch of their friends and family and stuff, whether got together and stood their ground against the land Bureau of Land Management and stuff like that, and got them to stand down from taking their land. It was the whole dispute and stuff like that. That was a proud moment of America right there. Let's see if I got anything else written down here. The Great Steamboat Race is coming up and stuff, and not to turn let's turn to some little brighter news and stuff like that.
Derby Day.
The Belle of Cincinnati and the Belle of Louisville will be racing each other. What day was that again?
April 29th.
The 29th. Yep. Yep.
And then
we got Derby coming up too.
May 2nd.
May 2nd. Do you know who your favorite pick is?
I'm so happy because I'm anything but.
I was gonna say I haven't even looked at the horses or whatever. I need to look at them and everything. But anyways, I hope y'all have a great day. That's about all we got for today and stuff. We're gonna get busy doing some other things around here. Got some weed eating and everything else to do. One of the cats is hollering our name, wanting in the house.
I'll be back.
All right. Anyways, y'all have a great day.